I want to keep this pretty broad, and I think I should start with where the two regulatory agencies, the SEC and the CFTC, stand right now, because I don't think it's unfair to say that the SEC was more on the offensive when it comes to crypto under the Biden administration. That the CFTC maybe wasn't quite so much in the same case, but it still had enforcement action that it was focused on during that time. Now, so much has changed in the past 9 months. Let's start with where we are right now from your perspective.
Sure. Well, if you're going back to, I don't know how else to say it other than the darker days of the Biden administration, when there was leadership at the SEC, certainly that was openly hostile to the crypto space. But to your point, the CFTC wasn't dramatically better. They were perhaps better in comparison. But, I think that during that time, you had at the SEC leadership that was not focused on the three-part mission of the SEC of encouraging capital formation, protecting investors, and maintaining orderly markets. Maybe they were protecting investors, and possibly they were looking at maintaining orderly markets. I don't know that they were doing much else. Today, you've got leadership at the SEC under Paul Atkins that comes in and says there are these new technologies that are, at a threshold level, extremely interesting. Maybe there are different protections we have to think about given the novel issues presented by these technologies, but in no way should we be opposed to the role that these new technologies can play, because they might make for a dramatic improvement in the way our markets function. And that openness and that willingness to engage is so important. So, those are the important discussions that I think were not happening under the prior leadership at these agencies, certainly at the SEC, where the Gary Gensler was in charge, and pretty soon you started hearing from SEC staff that if what you're here to talk about involves crypto, like that, it's off the table.